Please, drink up. It's all on me for this evening. Uh, Guests in town. See to it that you're taken care of while you're here.
Yeah, Cole is going to utilize probably, I'm guessing, a survival check to see if the wine, for lack of a better term, smells sus. And if it doesn't, and my insight tells me that the guy is on the level, I might mix a little bit with my tea.
Yeah,
Have a little hot mulled wine.
I'd like to know a little bit more before I do more than sniff it.
Let's see. The bottles are labeled Wizard of the Wines, a winery that you're not familiar with. But smelling the wine, it smells quite tasty. There's a couple different varieties on the table. There's a sweeter red wine and a drier white wine.
And what about this Ismal?
Red, please.
Does he seem on the up and up?
Give me an insight check.
Could I use divine sense?
If you want to.
Okay.
Well. Yeah, let's see.
Like a good time to use that one.
You don't smell any evil on him. Only wine. And Cole,
Okay.
as far as you can tell, Ismark seems to. As far as you can tell, he seems to be an all-right guy and honest in what he's saying.
All right, I'll mix my tea about half and half. Have a little hot mulled wine.
And just as you're doing so, the barkeep comes back, the small jar. I think this is some tea. Last I checked, it was.
I'll take a look at it.
You take a look at it and you give a good sniff of it. Doesn't smell like
Seems
much of anything.
safe.
Looks like maybe it sat in the back in this jar for a couple of years, but other than that, seems alright.
Crumble a little bit of the dust on top of the mulled wine. Mix it in.
Yeah, it basically turns to powder as you do so.
My thanks, barkeep.
Of course.
And just after he leaves, just slowly slide it over to as far away from Cole as possible on the table.
So Ismark turns to the group of you. What brings you to town? I said, visitors to these lands are few and far between.
A caravan, actually.
The Vistani brought you here.
Yeah, they were talking about having some problems in their hometown and asked if we could help.
Well, I hope they don't drag you in over your head, but looking at the group of you, and you seem like a capable bunch. You'll probably be alright, maybe. Hopefully.
There's a chance.
So, if you don't mind my asking, being that you all look to be such a capable bunch,
I knew it.
This is where he's going to be talking about the OnlyFans account that he has. He just needs actors.
I already have the studio set up. It'll take 2 hours tops.
And I love the fact that you kept the accent for that.
I've always wanted to be in the movies.
But no, I have no idea what you mean by this OnlyFans. See, I have a sister. I need her to get her to a safer location.
So, like, you need her married off? I mean, because we got a couple of available guys here.
Back
Or
through the ceremony.
escorted out of here. And honestly, to where?
It's hard to say where, but I was hoping that possibly the village of Kresk on the other side of the valley might be at least a little bit safer for her than it is here in this village.
I believe that we can confirm that this village is not very safe, sir.
Yeah, this village is definitely
True.
not safe, but Krez?
Kresk.
Kresk?
I don't know nothing about it.
Yeah, I was going to say, has Cole ever heard of such a place?
Nope, you have never heard of it.
Yeah. So I'm going to be assuming that you would know far more than we would as to which place is safe. But I mean, if you just need an escort from point A to point B, I mean, we'd be happy to take you and your sister out of here. We just need to rest up for the evening.
It would not be me going, it would only be her. But yes, that would essentially be the ask. To help escort her from here to Kresk, that she remains safer there, is the hope.
It's a big ass with this skirt. Yeah, I mean, more or less, she should be fine.
I mean, if it's too much trouble or you're incapable of doing that, we can certainly find some other way, by all means.
Well, okay, so I hate to be indelicate about this, but it sounds to me like what you're offering is a position. Some might call it a job. That people usually get paid for.
I suppose there could be some money involved. I think the town has some funds that they could spare for such a thing.
The town?
The whole town?
Are you the mayor?
It's complicated.
We don't like company.
I knew it. It's one of those pseudo-socialist anarchist communes.
Are you getting ready to try to sell me a house that you don't own?
A house, no, but maybe a bridge later. We'll get to that when we cross it. No, my recently
I've always
deceased
wanted to troll.
father was the burgomaster of the town.
Okay. So you've been entrusted then with the well-being of the town?
Sort of. Acting burgomaster, for lack of a better term, for the time being.
And why would she be at risk for town? Do we have to take her to another town?
I'm going to give Alton a kick underneath the table. The Burgermeister says that he would like to have his sister over in Krez. Maybe there's relatives that she wants to visit. Right, Burgermeister?
However you want to justify it. Honestly, I just want her further away from the castle.
What castle are you talking about? Cole does not recollect seeing a castle as they came in.
That must have not been visible through the fog. Or you... Every now and then you can see it from here through the fog. High up on a cliff top, you can almost see it from here through the fog. And when there's a clearing, you actually can see it. There's a giant castle up on the hilltop. Maybe 2 miles as the raven flies.
I see.
And how far is this town?
Oh. There's 2, maybe 3 days travel, depending on how fast you can walk.
Fair enough. So, out of morbid curiosity, because I'm not saying no, I'm just trying to gather as much information as I can. What exactly is it about this castle that you don't want her near it?
The young man that we just granted rest to was taken up to the castle.
Yes, the castle's Baron poses a great danger to Irina. Great danger to Irina. And I think
Specifically to her?
so it seems.
Perhaps he wishes to turn her into a beast like the one we've slain.
It is possible,
Or-
I cannot speak to why, but it does seem that she is specifically in danger more so than anyone else here.
Or perhaps he is, the type that partakes of the blue pill. You know what I mean? Hey, come on. I'm not the only one that has apothecary skills here. You know what I'm talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Some guys, they just... Maybe he's just got his eye out on her. I don't know. But it sounds like the Burgermeister needs his sister, right?
Yes, sister.
Move to another town, a few days away. We're here. This town basically just tried to eat us. I don't really see an issue with us prying another town.
No.
But we originally came here for a purpose.
But who's to say that this isn't actually the real purpose? I mean, have we seen the roving band of individuals, whom I won't call gypsies? Have we seen them since we gotten into town? They kind of like just dropped our asses off.
They told us they would be waiting outside town.
Right.
Right.
We
Anybody
may be
remember
able to
which?
travel with them to the next town.
It's not a bad idea. I just don't know which
Yeah.
outside of town that they are at. Did they tell you
They
guys?
told us. Yeah, they told us. I don't remember what it was, but they told us.
They continued on through to pass through town when you guys
okay.
broke off to explore that house.
Gotcha.
That was kind of it. You guys are going that way. We're going to head through town. We'll see you on the other side. Rest up, do what you need to do. Till then, we'll be waiting for you, sort of thing.
Okay. Then one of us should probably go over there and talk to them and let them know about the situation and see if that works well. And I volunteer to get the fuck out of this town as quickly as possible and go hang out with them.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, let's pick up some vials. Vials for I think holy waters too. That ghoul really didn't like that. I really don't like the ghoul either. Even though it's long gone twice.
Do you guys have anything that's holy in this town? Like even remotely? Like a little?
The church is the closest thing to anything holy in town.
That's what I was afraid of. Yeah, I think your chances of getting any holy water in here, Alton, are going to be slim, and the religious chick that wears the black and white penguin outfit. That's right, slim to none.
You misunderstand. All I need is vials to put water in. I can create the holy water.
Oh. All right. Do you guys happen to have anything that's not brown that's considered water here?
As dour as everything around here looks, our streams are actually quite clean and safe to drink.
There you go. You can bless the fuck out of their stream and have a ton of holy water running around. So, yeah, where would be the nearest stream, and where can we find you, say, on the morrow? I'm figuring probably want to leave early.
The nearest stream is... the river is probably about a mile or so southwest of town, in the direction you'll be heading.
Oh, see, there you go, Alton. No problem.
Yeah, you can stop up
Vial
You'll have like a
to
lifetime
contain
supply
it.
of holy water. You got any glass bottles in back there with stoppers?
How big are you looking for? He says, holding up
Small.
one of the bottles of wine. Ah, yes.
Small. You know, like
Gallons.
like shot glass size. Yeah, you can't bless a gallon.
I know. I'm being facetious.
He's gonna carry around a 5-gallon bucket of holy water. It's fine. There's no problem with it.
It's like, dude, look, I got a Nerf Super Soaker here. Don't ask me how I fucking got it, but it's been blessed, all right? So just shut up, let's roll.
Come here.
Yeah, so they look around back and they do find a handful of old files that fit their pile of corks that they have laying about. And so, here, they're just taking up space on the house.
Thank you.
And Cole will slap down a gold and slide it over to him for your good and continued health.
Very kind of you, sir.
All right.
Clip.
I don't know about the rest of you guys, but this place is making my skin itch. I'm getting the fuck out of here. No offense, he says to the Burgermeister and to the Tavern Keep that he might have just offended as he heads out.
Well, y'all know I would have wandered off by now, but I was trying to not start any more shit. I'm ready whenever.
So I'm guessing you're going to be heading out right behind me then, Unara?
Sounds like it.
Yeah, we should find the caravan and I camp with them. Not sure I want to stay in this inn.
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Kind of feeling a murdery vibe coming from it.
So you guys head out just outside of town, maybe barely 100 yards. Um, and you find the caravan circled up, waiting for you. The Vistani have a nice large fire going, playing music, singing, drinking, just having a merry time.
My kind of people. Let's do this. Yeah, Cole is just going to walk in and like join them. Like not ask, nothing else, just yo, I'm here. Pass me the bottle.
And yeah, they start passing you the bottles. As Stanomir's like, welcome back. How was your time
Hey,
in
thanks.
town?
It sucked. It sucked great big huge donkey balls, actually. Thank you for asking. How have you guys been doing out here?
A merry old time as always.
Yeah, I can definitely see why you invited us to come hang with you guys, because that town's as close to undead as I've ever seen.
It is a very sad place. Something we hope to rectify it. I hope your help will help us rectify.
Yeah, well, the what do you call him? The Burgermeister guy. He wants his sister the fuck out of there. Like tomorrow, first light. Someplace called Raz, something like that.
Oh, Kresk. Yes, over on the far side of the valley.
Yeah.
Is it any better?
Depends who you ask. Better in some ways, perhaps. Have its own problems? Sure. But what place in these lands don't?
Well, I'm starting to gather not a single damn place, because this seems a little bit on the forlorn side. I'm really sorry about your land here. Like, what all caused all this?
It is mostly the Baron's doing.
The guy in the castle?
Yes.
What's he got against you guys?
It's a rather long story. Perhaps better saved for when you speak with Madame Eva.
Who?
Madame Eva? The person we were taking you to see?
Where's she at?
Well, she is a couple miles to the east of here, other side of the river. But we have another encampment there that we'll take you to, so that you can visit with her.
You don't hear lots of that.
Sounds
Where?
like an idea.
Take out the earphones.
What?
Where is the Miralax?
So you guys are able to relax, have a rather refreshing evening after what you've been through. You'll get a long rest in.
Okay, so before I get a long rest, that cures up all wounds, right?
Yes.
Okay.
As you guys are hanging out about the fire with the Vistani, several of you do notice in the middle of the night, as the fog has thinned somewhat, that at one point an eerie green light suffuses from the graveyard, and from that light emerges what seems to be a ghostly procession. Wavering images of obviously women toting great swords, woodwise men with slender bows, and dwarves with glittering axes, and archaically dressed mages with beards and strange pointed hats rise up out of the graves in this ghostly form and march from the graveyard in increasingly growing numbers. They seem to march down the road almost to the point where you can see them, an hour or two later, marching up to the castle and into it before
Well,
walking out of sight.
that's not creepy at all.
Even the dead in this land don't like that Baron.
One of the Vistani speaks up. It's a strange sight indeed, isn't it? That happens every night out of that graveyard. It's fascinating, terrifying, but so far as we can tell, completely harmless.
It's also perfectly natural. It's the land's way of letting everyone else know that the dead are not happy here. They're not at peace.
Indeed.
Rest is what we all seek after a long day or a long life. They don't have it. And their anger seems to be directed at that Baron. I think the sooner we talk to this madam, the better.
Indeed. Well, head into town, finish up your business, and
Yeah.
we'll depart once you're back.
And Cole looks at the rest of the group. You guys want me to go grab the girl and bring her back?
I'll go with you, just so that she's got pair and isn't solo with somebody.
Fair enough. Might be a good idea for us to all pair up. All right.
Is the river nearby?
Is what
They said it was a couple miles down the road.
We're gonna cross it on the way to where we're going.
Yeah.
I think
We're
you
like
said.
Yeah,
we're
that's
like
true.
a quarter of a mile away from town.
Okay.
So, yeah, Kieran and I then will head into town and meet up with the Burger Muncher.
Yeah, so you guys walk back into town. The fog is particularly dense this morning, having first rolled in. As you're walking through town, you hear the sound of a small wooden wheels rolling across damp cobbles, and you eventually trace the sound through the fog to a lonely sound is coming from a hunched figure bundled in rags, pushing a rickety wooden cart through the fog. Down the street, knocking on doors, one after the other.
Don't know if you're going to find any takers today.
There's always someone. Always someone. You're a new face. I interest you in one of my dream pastries?
A dream pastry, you said?
Yes.
You know, kind of trying to watch the waste. Kieran?
Dreams are delicious, but you have to watch out that you get all the nightmare out. I just don't know.
I think that's 2 passes for us, unfortunately.
Well, if you change your mind, I'll be around for a while still.
Much appreciated. You be safe, ma'am.
You too, dearies.
Just give her a nod and continue to look around for the Burgermeister.
So you guys head to the large house on the south end of town. You see a weary-looking mansion squatting behind a rusting iron fence. The iron gates are twisted and torn. The right gate lies cast aside, while the left gate swings lazily in the wind. The stuttering
Yeah.
squeal and clang of the gate repeats with mindless precision.
Great security they got here, huh?
Weeds choke the grounds and press with menace upon the house itself. Yet against the walls, the growth has been trampled down to create a path all about the domain. Heavy claw markings have stripped the once beautiful finish of the walls. Great black marks tell of the fires that have assailed the mansion. Not a pane nor a shard of glass stands in any window. All the windows are barred with planks, each one marked with stains of evil omen.
What in the hells happened to this place?
So you two walk up and give a knock on the door.
Constant assaults.
What's that?
We're asking what happened to it. It looks like it's been under constant nightly assault.
Yeah.
Definitely seems
The hell is gonna make claw marks like that, though?
After a few moments, Ismark comes and opens the door and welcomes you inside. Come in, come in. My sister is just in here. She's been getting ready.
Alright.
So you step inside. You find the interior of the mansion is well furnished, yet the fixtures show signs of great wear. Noticeable oddities are the boarded up windows and the presence of holy symbols in every room. You do notice the rightful burgomaster is in a side drawing room on the floor, lying in a simple wooden coffin, surrounded by wilting flowers and a faint odor of decay.
Yeah, no. Cole doesn't have a thing. He just kind of stares. When Ismark comes back, he's going to ask him, so is there no place that would be safe for him in the ground?
Well, we have been wanting to take him over to the local cemetery, but no one from town has been brave enough to help us haul him there. I wouldn't let Irina do it, and I'm not strong enough to do so alone.
I'm just going to look over at Kieran. It's like a 20-minute walk if we go slow.
Yeah, he died only a couple of days ago. The house was under constant assault for weeks from wolves and other terrible creatures. His heart couldn't stand the constant assault, and he died days ago.
I can understand. Kieran, what do you think? I say we haul the old Burgermeister over there to the cemetery. Help the guy out.
At this point, Arena walks in. That would be most appreciated. I don't feel right leaving until he's been taken over. But I am ready for it to go, so just take him over and we can be on our way without further
Yeah.
delay.
And Cole give a nod to Arena. And then go in there and get to one side of the pine box. If Kieran will get to the other side and heft him up, take him on through town and up to the cemetery.
Yeah, so you guys are able to get him over there without any trouble. Father Donovich even has several graves already dug, because he always needs more of them, so you guys are able to get him placed into the ground, and for which Donovich thanks you and says he will handle the remaining proceedings from here.
Good deal. Yeah, we'll head back, gather up Arena, and head on over.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys...
I guess our next stop is going to be speaking to the madam.
That it is. So you guys depart. You go grab Arena and depart, and you meet up with the rest of the group outside of town just as the Vistania finish packing up their camp. Ah, perfect timing.
Oh, you know, we aim to please.
So you guys, without a delay, are able to begin your walk. Within the hour, you come to the river crossing, or the river here flows clear as a blue winter sky through the valley. Alton, you're
There you
able
go.
to fill up your vials here.
Where we can get the
How
brakes
many-
too.
How many?
I'd say they probably had 4 for you.
Four. Okay.
You get your vials filled up. The caravan doesn't even stop for you. They just let you catch up to the 20 or so yards behind them you are by the time you fill them up. And you guys make your way down the road throughout the morning.
Cole will be characteristically making smartass calls back at Alton as he's jogging to catch up. Remember, physical exercise is good for the soul.
It is indeed.
So's drink.
As you guys,
Keep up the pace. You'll get there.
as you guys are walking, you reach a crossroads, at which you see an old wooden gallows creaking in a chill wind that blows down from the high ground to the west. A frayed length of rope dances from its beam. The well-worn road splits here, and a signpost opposite the gallows points off in 3 directions. Barovia Village to the east, Sarahpool to the northwest, and Ravenloft/Valaki to the southwest. Northwest fork slants down a road and disappears into the trees, while the southwest fork clings to an upward slope. Across from the gallows, a low wall, crumbling in places, partially encloses a small plot of graves shrouded in fog. The Vistani turned down the road to the northwest. You continue traveling with.
Yeah, hopefully they know where it is that we need to go. Because we don't. They said southwest, and now we're going southwest and northwest and southwest and northwest again.
Yes, the trails here curve back on themselves quite a bit. But about midday, you reach a encampment by a small lake. It seems to be filled with more Vistani and
Ooh. So I'm guessing we are supposed to meet with the madam first.
yes, Stanimir says she is in the big tent over by the water.
All right.
You should see her right away.
As we're headed over there, Cole is going to, kind of nonchalantly as he's walking past the individuals, be like, "So, how's the fishing around here?"
There are some fish, but enough that you can get by off of it. They are not great though.
You got a pole? Maybe I could, toss some bait in later after we talk. We got to go talk to the boss. But after, if you got like a pole to spare, just saying,
I'm sure we can make something work.
my guy. Thanks. So Cole will try to catch up with the rest of the group and head on in.
I'll go to the tent.
Okay. So as you guys step into the tent, you see magic flames casting a reddish glow over the interior of this, revealing a low table covered in a black velvet. Glints of light seem to flash from a crystal ball on the table as a hunched figure peers into its depths. As the crone speaks, her voice crackles like dry weeds. At last you have arrived. Cackling laughter bursts like mad lightning from her withered lips. Oh, let's see. We have Cole, Alton, Kieran, Elden, Inara, and Kaida. Just as I expect.
Gratuitous, suspicious expression displayed.
Come in, come in.
And Cole is probably going to be like pushing Alton into the tent as he stands just outside of it. Yeah, guilty as charged on all counts. That's us.
Come in, and I won't fight.
And as Kieran comes walking next to Cole, he's just going to whisper to him, "There is not a damn thing natural about anything inside that tent." This is where you guys move your tokens over to the tent.
So I'm
Why would we do that?
look around more intently.
Huh.
Because if it's unnatural, then it might be interesting.
I'll roll Arcana.
It is. There's definitely lots of magic at play within this tent. Huh.
Alton's like, I see the thing.
Alton, you're not 100% sure, but if you had to guess, Madame Eva seems to be a master of divination.
Okay.
Um, suppose you're wondering why I brought you here. Maybe not, though. Maybe I got that part wrong. Did I get that part wrong?
No, I think we're all pretty curious as to why you brought us here.
Terrified, but curious.
And I mean, technically, voluntary kidnapping might be another way to call it, but it's fine. We're here. And we're willing to help.
The voluntary
And
kidnapping,
Cole still's not going inside the tent.
forced recruitment, voluntary kidnapping, whatever label you want to slap on it. You're here now.
I like that. A direct approach.
And if you want to be able to ever leave again, we'll need to work together, or more accurately, you'll need to help us out.
The carrot has got to be huge, because that's one big fucking stick.
See, what I have brought you here for is to free the Baron of his curse.
Exactly what is his curse? Cole asks with hesitation.
He has how should we put it? He is
It's erectile dysfunction, isn't it?
Told you, it's the blue pills people. They're dangerous.
I am sure he is functioning perfectly fine, but he has become cold and arrogant, turning what was once a beautiful land into the hellscape that you see today.
Pretty
That
sure.
doesn't sound like perfectly fine function.
Yeah, no, that's not cold and arrogant. That's downright dark and evil. We've seen what the hell's happened to this area. That ain't natural. Whatever he's turned into is about 3 shades south of evil.
And powerful.
You realize there's an entire cemetery of the dead that rise up practically every night to go up there to try to kill him? Because they're that restless?
And yet they never succeed.
Well, how could they? They're dead.
No corporeal form.
Exactly. It takes a lot of... I forget what they called it. I never really paid attention much to that part, but something inside the will of the person or whatever that they have to be able to hold on to be able to actually affect things after they've passed on to the other side, like specters and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Those were just visions of the dead as they used to be in life.
Yes, nothing more than visages of the past.
That's what yes, that would be how you call them.
So, why I brought you here is to break Baron Strahd von Zarovich of his curse. But how might you do that? You must be wondering.
Yeah.
Aaron,
We could simply unalive him.
That was my first thought, was that usually frees someone of a curse permanently.
It absolutely does. Unless it extends past life.
Okay, but
it does depend on the curse.
Yeah, but come on. It's a good thing to try to start, right?
But what if killing him outright just transmutes the curse to you?
Well, okay, then we might have to kill me. I'm okay with that. It's part of the order of things.
fucking elves are weird.
Slaying him would certainly be an effective way to do it, but doing so might be near impossible without doing so in the proper manner. He's a powerful person.
Okay, so he's got a curse with benefits, doesn't he?
You might say that, yes.
What kind of curse?
One that allows him to not be killed by normal means.
Well, none of us are normal.
What would I need to read to, or what would I need to roll to start getting a clue as to what she is talking about? History, maybe, or religion, or survival.
I don't think there's anything particular to roll, but she's actually about to get to, I think, something that will help greatly with that. It says, sit down, let me read your fortunes. Maybe that will shed some light on this.
I already know my fortune, so I'm good. Kieran, however, I think he would love to have his palms red. Or
Tell me how
pink.
to get home.
Or purple.
Yes. Free this Baron of this curse, and you will see your homes once more.
No, not that home. The other home.
The other home. Perhaps that home too. She pulls out a deck of cards, begins shuffling it. First with normal
that's
shuffling.
Many things were screwed.
But then she starts using magic to shuffle them, cards flying about the room, around her, around you, before landing neatly in a deck on the table with 5 particular cards left out on the table in front of you.
Okay.
That's a pretty neat trick.
Let's see. Let me make sure I... So she flips over the first card. As she do so, she said, "This card tells of history, knowledge of the knowledge of the ancient will help you better understand your end." And she flips over the Four of Swords. The thing you seek lies with the dead, under a mountain of gold coins.
Nice. Don't mind the dead. Definitely don't mind gold. And don't mind digging through it.
The dead or gold?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
If it helps to speed them up in their process of going back to the earth, I don't really give a shit. And I know, Alton, it's the whole desecration of their worm food, okay? I know you like want to pray over them and everything. Pray over the worms. They're the ones doing the work. Just saying.
She then flips over card number 2. Saying, "This card is a card of power and strength. It tells of a... No, wrong. This card tells of a powerful force for good and protection, a holy symbol of great hope." And she flips over the Master of Coins card. "I see a nest of ravens. There you will find your prize."
Nest of ravens. Oh, well, I guess they could...
I prefer chicken, but
Yeah, but I mean, they
can
could
make
probably be, like, grouped up around the dead. Ravens are very opportunistic. They'll get at whatever food that they can, even if it's carrion.
He then flips over the third card.
Unara!
The Three of Stars. This card is a card of power and strength. It tells of a weapon of vengeance, a sword of sunlight. "I see a kneeling woman, a rose of great beauty plucked too soon. Master of the marsh knows of whom I speak."
Why is she juggling eggs? Cole kind of has his head inside the tent, like cocking it sideways, trying to understand the card.
You can't judge her. You don't know her life.
I mean, I'm kind of silently judging right now.
She then flips over card number 4. This card sheds light onto the one who will help you greatly in your battle against the darkness. And she flips it over, revealing the Tempter.
Wow, that girl's got a rack.
As she flips it over, she says, "I see a child, Vistana. You must hurry, for her fate hangs in the balance. I see she is or feels she is at the lake.
This lake?
No, not this lake. The other lake. The big lake.
Wait, there's a bigger lake?
Yes, there's a bigger lake. But you...
Yeah, if this was an anime, there'd be question marks popping up all over top of Cole's head right now.
And then she flips over the last card, the fifth one. Your enemy is a creature of darkness, whose powers are beyond mortality. This card will lead you to him. He flips over the dungeon. He lurks in a hall of bones, in the dark pits of his castle. That is your fortune, your fate. So it is.
That's, yeah.
Confused. Which you mean our fortune? Our fate?
Yes. Yeah, I meant to say R. It slipped my mind. Yeah.
Well, you meant your as in the group, not
Yeah.
you as in...
Yes.
It wasn't an individual fortune telling.
Right.
It was kind of the discounted group rate.
Yeah. Got to come in as a group. One reading for everyone.
And although it sounds weird, Cole is going to chuck her a gold coin from just outside the tent.
Keep your money. I have no need for it. The coin
Everybody
flies
has
back
need
to
of
you.
money.
You seen a good store here?
I mean, not really. As he pockets the coin. I just figured I'd be helpful.
What you will do while here in these lands is far more payment than money could ever buy.
So, are we going to be spending the afternoon here, or are we traveling further along the road to get to, that place?
It is up to you. You're welcome to rest here, or you can keep on the road.
I kind of felt like the horses looked a little tired, guys.
Well, my folk will remain here now that they've made it back here. Your journeys from here onward are on your own.
Okay.
Oh.
All right, so we'll be on foot then, is what you're saying?
You all appear to have working feet.
and he'll go over to Kata. So, my hammy is it's acting up a little bit. And maybe we just spend the night here and head out first thing in the morning,
You get your fishing in.
I'm just thinking for the betterment of the party, it might be better.
Well,
But
they've
yeah,
got
I
a
mean,
lovely fire.
yeah, you guys could hang out by the fire, stay nice and warm and dry in this, chilly, foggy weather, and I'll see if I can get us some dinner then, yeah?
Yeah.
Cole just kind of shrugs, starts kind of sidestepping over towards the rest of the people. Oh, about that fishing pole.
One of the Vistani walks over to a nearby tree, breaks off a mostly straight branch from it, ties a piece of twine to it with a crude hook at the other end. There you are.
Nice. That was easy. Cole will start rooting around for some grub worms or for some regular earthworms and try his hand at some fishing.
Alright. You're able to find a handful. Give me a survival check. Yeah, you're able to catch a handful of fish. A little bit scrawnier than what you're used to, but at least enough meat on them to mostly fill your bellies.
I mean, they're pan fryers, but hey,
Yeah.
Free food.
I'll take part of the time and cast a ritual to turn the water into holy water.
Okay. Yeah, you've got plenty of time to do that.
Druidcraft can create an instantaneous harmless sensory effect. The sound of a small animal or the faint odor of a skunk.
Yeah.
And I cause a faint odor of rotting meat in the water.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
That should help call up the fish.
Alright, if you're wanting to do some more fishing, see if that helps, give me another survival check with advantage.
Can I try too?
I mean, you're asking me if I can do more fishing. The answer is yes.
Yeah, anyone who wants to take a swing at fishing is welcome to.
Okay.
Oh, looks like I got a 23 on that.
Yeah. It seems Kieran's smell of rotting meat has actually helped quite a bit. At least a little bit in the fact that you catch one rather large fish.
Ooh, come to daddy.
Thing's almost as big as your arm, probably has about 20 pounds of meat on him. Big fish.
Yeah, I will be struggling to lug that thing over to the rest of the camp. Meals on me, guys. Ugh.
You hear cheers from camp.
Let's get up some good stew.
One of them throws a pot into the fire, and after filling it up with some water, tosses in fruit vegetables and with the rest of you helping fish, you get some other additional fish. Nothing else quite as big, but definitely some more to add to the stew for some extra meat, some extra flavor.
Every little bit helps. And we're all gonna need our energy.
Okay. Since we're spending time here, they have a spell that takes an hour to cast. Is this a good time for it?
Yeah.
I think so, because we're going to be spending the afternoon, evening here, and then taking off at first light.
Yeah, including a long rest in the night. You've probably got 16 hours here or so before you break camp in the morning and hit the road.
And if you guys will excuse me for just a minute, I'm going to take a quick break to go grab some water.
Yeah, can we do bio?
Yeah, let's take 5.
Sounds good. I'm casting Find Familiar.
Nice.
Be back later.
Okay. So, Kieran has summoned a familiar. You guys have a hearty fish stew sitting around the fire, and a nice rest that evening.
Excellent.
I could have sworn those were vegan. Are fish vegan?
They're one of the many religions of the vegan people. It's what is it? It's Pisca something.
Episcopalian.
No, that's the actual religion.
Oh, well then they're just whiny bitches.
No, but there's one where they won't eat any meat except for fish and seafood.
No idea.
If only we had a computer right there in our hands that could tell us this stuff.
Pescatarianism?
I'm gonna go with people you don't need in your life.
Pescatarian, thank you.
Oh, yeah.
That's it.
Episcopalian was pretty close. The reasoning is the same for why they do things or don't. Oh, I'm sorry. Unless somebody's religious, and then I apologize.
No, you're all good.
What sort of familiar did Rodney's character summon?
You look over, you see he's got a little weasel by him.
Yaw. That means that after doing the fishing, Cole will be spending ridiculous amounts of time, probably with Kieran, playing with the weasel.
He's gonna be playing with Kieran's weasel. I think that's my cue to go.
We might be playing hide the weasel. You don't know. You'd have to join us to find out. All I can tell you is, it's a lot of fun. What's happening right now with Kieran's weasel.
Alright, so you guys pack up your things in the morning after being well rested.
Yes. We're going to definitely, like, head out.
Yeah.
Do we get directions from the gypsies?
Yeah, they tell you that unless you're looking for quite the climb, they recommend going back to the crossroads and taking the southwest road around and up rather than following the trail northwest straight from here.
Yeah, you know, my hammy's still like, I mean, it's not hurting, but it's a little twingy, so maybe backtracking and going around's not a bad idea.
You can get some exercise. You can strengthen yourself up. Got a lot of great things to do.
I'm telling you, man, I think I've exercised out. I think that's what it is.
You
Now,
just don't want to mess up your boots.
nobody said anything about my boots. Cole takes that personally. But hey, you know, Alton, if you're looking to maybe build up your endurance a bit, if you want, I could hang off of your back as like a counterbalance weight for you to help you exercise.
You need to walk too, dude.
I am totally rolling persuasion for this.
He's trying to be reasonably persuasive, but ultimately it is still 100% up to Alton whether or not he's going to allow that.
He's like, nah, hell no.
Yeah, you see,
Damn it.
he can definitely walk on his own. He does not need it.
No, I'm saying I'm fine. I was just saying if you want it, you know, to take it to the next level, you know, for your god. Just saying, I'm here for you. As always, buddy, I'm here for you.
The strength of the team, I think we'll have to walk.
I mean, if you really want to challenge yourself, no, you probably wouldn't be able to handle both of us. Me and Unar are both on top. Nah, I don't think your strength would be able to handle that. So, yeah. No, probably best idea for all of us to walk.
All right. Well, are we just going back that way then? Let's get going.
Yep.
So you guys begin making your way back to the crossroads. You do so without trouble.
Now we head to the right. Because that's south.
Yes, relative to the direction you came, you turn to head right. But not before. for it.
A single direwolf has appeared.
Yes.
Cole immediately befriends it and turns it into his pet. Cole channels the great powers of the goddess Hannah. Calls out, "Floppy baby!" And immediately the dog becomes tame.
This beast, however, looks anything but. It is growling, snarling, and is moving to. Go ahead and roll initiative.
The Inquisition, the Inquisition. Oh, look at that. It was a 1 and it just jumped into a 19. I did the smart thing today. I played a little bit of Baldur's Gate 3, and I got all of my bad rolls out of the way in that game. I swear to you, I had to reload so many times. It was not funny.
Mm-hmm.
I had it roll less than 4 7 times in a row. Yeah. Because I have karmic dice turned off. Because I wanted to see just how bad the RNG is. Man, it's bad.
Well, Cole, you're up first this time.
Okay. Well, true to his word, the first thing that Cole is going to try to do is he is going to try to calm the animal and show it that, you know, there's no animosity here, there's no reason to be violent. Might even be able to give you a doggy treat if you behave, kind of thing.
It does not seem to be calmed by your words or action.
And with that, Cole is going to take one step back and go, guys, he seems really pissed. And will be unslinging his bow.
Alton?
Okay. Let's see. I'll step forward. I'll step forward and center and ready my great sword, waiting for it to come to me.
Oh, okay.
And when it gets in range, I'll swing.
Perfect. Kieran?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with a short bow. Right. There we go.
I will call out to Kieran, join me, brother.
Lovely hit. Eldon?
Just as a piece of pro tip, tabletop gaming advice on this one, Skylar, if you park yourself right next to Alton and do the same thing that he did of holding action, when the wolf comes into range, it's going to get 2 strikes against it immediately.
I'm gonna hold action.
And declare what you want to do.
readying a swing with one
What
of your
action
weapons.
are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so in other words, basically you want to say, like, you're going to wait for the wolf to come within range of, striking range, and then you're going to attack.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait for it to get close, and I'm gonna attack with my attack.
Okay. It's Unara.
I've only got short range weapons. I'm gonna
But
just
you-
stay back and hang, I think, unless I can sneak around with it not noticing me, because I'd be more than happy to attempt that.
I was going to say, you do have the one power that most of us fail miserably at, and that's stealth.
Should I go for a stealth roll then and see if I can get around?
I don't feel like that would be unreasonable to try.
You slip into the shadows and the mists and seem to be undetected.
Alrighty. I want to move up as far as I can, which I think is like 25 feet. So, but I want to do it on the side where he can't see me.
Okay.
So maybe swing over to, like, over here, or somewhere over here.
I think I can go about that far.
Yeah, one more space if you want it.
10, 15, 20. No, you
yeah,
can go
maybe two
one
more.
more forward.
Yeah,
Okay.
something like
Sorry,
that.
short legs, hard to count.
Kaida.
Yo, Nick. Kaida may be under the sleep spell.
Or just forgot that he's muted. But there he is, he's casting something. "1d6 damage, which he took, and it has disadvantage on the next attack roll before the end of its next turn." That's evil.
Badass.
Nice.
We're just gonna skirt just around the edge there, as it wants to go after what damaged it the most. Gonna try and bite Kieran with disadvantage. It still hits for 9 points of damage, and Kieran has been knocked prone.
Ooh. Wow.
Cole.
Man, that thing did not fucking like you, buddy. Alright, well. I have to drag something down here into my quick slot because I didn't have it with me.
That is a hit. 8 points of
And,
damage against the wolf.
Let's see here. 10. 20, 25 feet. I'm going to move back. And then as a bonus action, 3 points to Kieran.
Very nice. Alton, it is your turn.
Okay. I'll move right here, which is about 20 foot.
Yeah, perfectly fine.
Get flanking.
Yep.
And that great sword is going to swing at that thing and see if it does any damage.
Not flanking.
Not flanking.
No, I'm pretty sure that's still flanking.
Kieran's
You know,
prone.
Kieran is prone.
Oh, shoot. Yeah. Oh, okay. You're right. The haste of battle, I mistook that one. I'll still go with that though. You left click.
You're setting up for me to have flanking when I stand up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Normal roll.
Nine points of damage. Very nice. Kieran, it is your turn. Presume you'll want to use half your movement to stand up.
Yes, please.
Alright. That just barely misses the wolf. 1 point shy of landing it.
Well, thank goodness he won't be the most irritated at me next round.
Nope. Ankle biter.
Do I don't have advantage unless I'm right next to somebody, right?
I think if you were
Across from.
right there, or more likely right there, you'd have advantage.
Okay, I'm gonna go there so I get advantage.
Yeah, the easiest trick to figure out advantage is if you can draw a line from yourself to another person around that token and it intersects with the token, you've got advantage. Yep, just like that.
Mm-hmm. Two very nice hits, and that wolf is very near to death. Unara.
I don't know at this point if I can get close enough to hit it.
Why not?
With a
I think
melee,
we
I can only go
probably not.
25 feet.
Gotcha.
But do you have a dagger?
You do have a cunning action, which you can use your bonus action to dash. That will get you within range.
Okay.
Yeah, you could literally use a cunning action dash and get yourself all the way down here and have advantage. Or you could just do the 25-foot run and throw a dagger.
Yeah. Daggers can be used as ranged weapons up to 20 feet.
Okay, I'm gonna go for that. Throw on the run and see what happens.
Okay.
So move yourself. That'll work. Yeah, I think that's 25. The little ruler icon.
Yeah, you're good at that distance.
and then you'll pick the target, click the beast, and then go up to your inventory and
Or if you have it on your hotbar already, just click on your dagger.
How do you put
Yeah,
something on the
I'm
hotbar?
not that cool. This is normal, right? I don't have
Yeah.
advantage or anything.
Nope, no advantage
Correct.
on ranged attacks like
Okay,
that.
just making sure.
And how you get it.
you got
Oh,
a
sweet
nat 20.
You did until it pushed
crit
it to
hit. She just came running up, whips the dagger right between its eyes, man. Good night, puppy. And
Poor
how
dog.
you get it into your hotbar is when you have it up on under like your spell book or your inventory or what have you. You
Uh-huh.
grab on the item or the spell and just drag and drop. It is
Slick.
literally that easy.
Mhm.
Into those little tab thingies at the bottom.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then those are basically hotbar functions where, like, for example, Kieran is currently wounded. I can move my character over here, and while I have him targeted, I can just hit number 1 because that's what I have it on my hotbar as. And it will pop up the stuff, and I cast Cure Wounds.
That's awesome.
And so you can do the same thing in combat. You know, you can target the bad guy, and you can either click on the hotbar, or if it's easier, just hit, like, for example, my longbow's on number 7. So I just hit number 7 and bam. It asks me if I want to do normal, advantage, or disadvantage.
That's awesome.
There.
If there's anything of usefulness on the direwolf, Cole will gather it up. Teeth,
Maybe a
if he can extract it. Well, the pelt's going to take a lot of processing, and I don't think anybody is going to tolerate having Cole carrying a carcass with him, the skin of an animal, before it has even been tanned or processed.
Yeah.
And that, might actually draw other things to us. But like teeth, claws, that kind of stuff, they can be turned into useful fetishes and such. So
Yeah, give me a survival roll. Make sure you're
All
not
right.
completely.
Botch it up.
Yeah.
Botching is always possible.
I'd say that's reasonable enough. You're able to extract a handful of teeth in good condition and get some claws as well.
Okay. I'll tuck those away.
Alright, so with that taken care of, you guys hit the road once again. Starting to head down the trail. As you're leaving, can I get a D6? Somebody?
Sure.
So as you begin walking away, you suddenly hear a creaking noise behind you, coming from the gallows. You turn around, and where there was nothing before, now hangs a lifeless gray body. The breeze turns the hanged figure slowly, so that can fix its dead eyes upon you.
Is it missing some teeth and fingernails?
No, they seem to all be there.
Okay.
And, Rodney, I did send you a message as well, if you wish to do anything with that.
Well, I hate to say it, but it's going to bug Cole. Can we pause and cut the body down?
There are no objections from the group, so I don't see why not.
Okay. Because, yeah, got to cut the body down, and at the very least, you know, try to give it some kind of a proper burial. At least a stone mound or something.
Karn, maybe.
Mm-hmm. And maybe with Alton's help, give the site at least a little bit of consecration.
So as you go to do so, as you begin trying to begin moving towards the body, you do notice that Kieran seems to be frozen in place, a little bit paler than you.
Is he fixated on something?
Possibly the body.
He's looking at.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
He's fixated on the corpse that's hanging from the gallows.
Okay. As I'm heading over towards the corpse, I'm going to be giving some side eye to Kieran. Saying, "You okay, buddy?" Kieran.
Is that me?
Look back over at the body.
From what you can see, Cole and everyone else aside from Rodney, it looks absolutely nothing like Kieran. Like, similar to some of the villagers you saw back in the village.
Buddy, it looks like a middle-aged guy who has spent way too many years on a farm, and he looks old right now. And pale gray, grain in the temples. I mean, nothing like the eternal youth and beauty of you. It's
Okay, let's look again.
it's maybe an illusion or something. But
Yeah.
either way, I'm gonna cut the body down. So, just saying.
Yeah, Kieran, what you are seeing does not match the description that they are giving you for what they are seeing. Almost as if you're seeing different bodies up there. But Cole, as you go to cut it down, as soon as you begin touching it and touching the rope and stuff, the body actually begins to melt away until it's eventually no more.
Okay.
Well,
Is that some kind of a glamour?
that was quick.
Weird.
That too. Cole's gonna hop down, tuck away his hunting knife. I suggest we carry on then.
Yeah.
Direwolves and hanged men aside. And no, Kieran, buddy, it really, seriously, it didn't look like you at all. Like, not even close. It's okay.
Okay.
And Cole put an arm around Kieran's shoulder as they head down the road.
So you guys begin making your way down the road, and I think this will be a good ending spot for tonight. Pick up on our travels
Okay.
down the road next.
Word.